It is green. On you go.
Last time. Y'all had a bit of trouble last time, didn't you? Uh, you started strong. You hit Ogremok's Bane and successfully banished it back to the plane that it belongs in.
Yeah, we hit the greatest threat to the Smurf Emblem because at no point did they ever think we'll won't travel with Earth Elementals.
Manual labor is hard, man.
Well, it's a big part of their whole society, so it's, a problem. But, then you went and cleared cleared the corruption around the temple, which was very easy considering the, malevolent source that defiled it in the first place was gone, so it couldn't summon elementals to try to stop you. And then you met a wonderful drow priestess who actually apparently is a Medusa now, and you killed her after she turned 4 of your party members to stone.
Yeah, I wonder how the fuck that happened. Medusa's not a creature, not a curse in this.
Unfortunately, you all don't get to know that backstory, even though there is one.
Well, she was a giggly, crazy fuck. It's not like she was going to go into the details.
Yeah. There is a full story, but unfortunately, yeah, it's not like she has it written down.
Is there any way for the players to actually learn that story?
No. You would never even learn her name if I didn't literally have Felrect there to inform you.
That's about standard for how we write those books, yep.
Yep. In case you wanted to know, literally all she was doing is she was trying to cast, she was effectively trying to do these rituals and spells to prolong her life, as her whole idea was she wanted to rule over the ruins of Blingdenstone to create a rival to Menzo Baranzan. And one of them went, oops. And that's how she became a Medusa. And then she went bonkers from both that and the fact that, hey, I'm not a drow anymore, I'm a Medusa.
Oh, she was certainly crazy before that, hence the longevity experiments.
I mean, that's just drow.
Well, instead of, trying to gather up allies or support or just enslave people, no, she just would sit in the ruins of Blingdenstone, thinking that she was ruling.
Yeah, at that stage of the game, she went absolutely bonkers, turned all of her people to stone. And all she could think about was the spell gems. And amassing as many spell gems as she could. And then at some point, the Bane up top, since she was making these statues, they kind of got together a little bit and he made her even more crazy. And that's how that happened. So there you go, all the stuff that you can never learn about in the module. But either way, you've just killed her, which is, depending on your view of things, probably a mercy of some kind, considering how bonkers she was. And you have 4 statues. Bernard is currently in Congo. And this is a very unfortunate circumstance for him.
He's very unhappy.
Gaddix, you didn't know that Congo... You vaguely remember a discussion between you and Xanafina about possibly putting in an emergency failsafe in case a experiment goes wrong?
Yeah.
But number one, you thought that if you didn't actually know that it had been put in and activated.
I knew it was in there, but I didn't know it was active. Like, we were working,
And you also knew that the way that you'd set it up, you thought it was supposed to only work for you.
Well,
there's a firmware error.
I cut some corners. I thought I configured it for gnomes. Height, weight, and
this is unexpected behavior.
I did my measurements in pounds, but I set the dog in kilograms. So
months of urine samples wasted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your tolerance levels were way off. Or how much weight did you think you would put on?
Yeah, maybe I carried the one, shit.
Well, he obviously thought he'd be plated in gold by this point because he was doing so great making cargo.
So, what do you all do?
I guess we pack the statues in the bag.
I don't think the statues fit in the bag of holding.
Right.
Bit big.
I said I can, if I guess this is Kago's decision now, but we can carry Jim Jar.
Yeah, Bernard,
Margot
are you?
goes up and steps on Gaddix's foot and then goes over to the Bernard statue.
Oh,
I mean, do we call him Bernard or Kogo now? Or Kogo?
The question is,
Cognard.
the question is,
Virgo.
does he have vocal cords or something similar?
You
in
do.
there?
You
He
do have a
can
voice
talk,
box, yes.
He is Virgo now.
Yeah, Bernard is fully capable of speaking.
But he knows Gnomish instead of Dwarf now. I don't know, he would retain his mind, I guess, but
Yep. So I assume you all are just loading up on statues and trying to find a way to get out.
Yeah, we laid out
figured
the
it out with
we laid
our
out the order of what we're carrying.
possessions.
Yeah, Prince Darendel volunteers to strap one of the bigger, probably Eldeth, onto his back.
Well, no, Bjorn was going to carry Eldef.
Okay.
Like I said, we laid out the all the order of it. Everyone's carrying
It's
something.
only right.
Okay.
Yeah, we covered this at the end of last session.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought I was carrying Jim Jar, because Kago can't. I mean, Bernard's a medium creature, right?
Yeah, which is why I was carrying him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kago can't carry Bernard. That's why.
Well, it can, just not at speed. I mean, we could just jury rig a litter and such, but it's a
But
case
yeah,
of like,
I guess
everyone's
Bernard's going to be insistent. It's his choice now.
yeah, everyone's got something.
Now the question is, do you take the random gnome statue down in the Crystal Cavern with you as well?
Might as well.
I guess I can carry it.
He was intact.
Yes, it was intact. Now
We better search this room. Maybe there's some information about curing people.
All right, give me an investigation.
Then there might be treasure.
If whoever's good at investigation, I can assist. Or how good am I at investigation?
I shall try it.
I will roll in a sec as soon as I get back in.
Yeah, I noticed
I-
that you're going in and out, so something's wrong.
I have a. I have
Chrome is
7
being
investigation,
especially
so-
memory hoggy today,
Oof, yeah.
so I'm booting back into Firefox.
It is hard for a lot of you to get much. It's a lot of very musty and old things that seem to have rotted away with zero maintenance. One of
There's
the
chest spilling gold over here. I'm sure I can find at least that.
it is not actually. This is just a map. But basically one of the things you notice is a lot of the stuff in here, there might have been very good stuff. However, most of it's just utterly destroyed. You can't really find anything of use. Even Gaddix and Uzana,
That's worrying.
most of the pages have gotten moist and moldy.
Moist.
Yes, moist. The dresses, there are a lot of beautiful fine dresses. They all look like they're about to rot out, rot off of the hanger, excluding one, which is utterly pristine. It is a black silk spiderweb design dress that looks utterly pristine.
Mm,
I mean, there's only one person who could be wearing it.
Don't
That's
know
a-
if I like
Prob-
That's a
fashion.
very narrow-minded view.
I mean, cargo might want it.
Who could wear it and look good in it?
Well, she
Again,
doesn't
very
suck.
narrow-minded. We have a twink right there.
It's super cool in Magic. I
Oh,
mean,
right. I forgot about that.
Felric does speak up. I don't think he'll look good in spiderweb.
I don't
those
know.
boxers were nice.
It's a lovely little bit of heresy.
Yeah, I don't really feel the desire to draw the ire of Lolth.
Because she loved me so much to begin with.
There's a difference between love and a heretic.
Well, we'll take it along in the bag anyway. We'll check it out later.
Mm-hmm.
Could be
Could
worth
Lolth
something.
see it being worn on the surface?
I mean, yes, she can see anywhere, pretty much.
But she just can't do anything about it.
I mean, she can do stuff on the surface too. She has. There was that whole, War of the Silver Marches.
She just has to be asked to do it.
Yeah. She has to know about it and decide she wants to do something about it. And to be fair, she has other things to worry about, usually.
Will she care about the demons and Menzel Baronzon?
I would
That is a
assume-
philosophical debate. Do you really wish to have that here?
This is probably not the best place.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, please, you can talk about your ecumenical manners while we're dragging all this back. It's a long walk. Why not make it longer?
Ah, yes, Slow Strider, my new spell.
That is a point. Where are you taking your statues to?
Back to the gate. We're not going to explore any further around this place.
Oh yeah, I know, but I more mean. I do assume you'll get to the gate. My question was more, where were you going to be? Were you going to take them to drop them off somewhere, or take them directly to somebody?
Well, it's on the way, so we can stop off at the Singing Stones bit to ask for expertise and advice, maybe.
Okay.
And if they've got no answers there, we can just take them to a bar and ask to see if they can be kept in for a while.
Yep.
Plus, we've got to inform them, of course, that the Clyde's gone, the Medusa's gone, but not forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And oh dear, thank you. You do get through the gate, and of course, the individual who gave you the quest to deal with the Medusa, Sark, he is standing there. Oh, you're back again. Oh, and he notices the statues.
With both problems solved, well, all three issues solved. Your temple's reconsecrated, the Clyde's gone back to wherever the fuck it should be, and the stone bitch is dead, although at some cost.
Oh yeah, he did ask for proof, bringing back proof. So I assume you probably brought like a head or something.
Oh, I just unveil it to him with the eyes forward, wide open. Just dangle the bag while it's dripping.
Can Medusa heads be used this way? Offensively, I mean.
Yeah, does that work actually?
According
to
to
you.
Harryhausen.
Oh.
I mean, not even the Harryhausen, the fucking Perseus myth. The originator.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if it works in 5e or in this game.
Yeah, I've never.
It's not written.
I'll say that.
It's not written in the
Yeah, it's
stat
not-
block of a monster at this point.
Yeah, but that doesn't also mean anything.
I'm
but
just saying it's for DM creativity because it's not in the 5e book.
I'd assume you'd make sure not to, risk it. But Cirque does pay you 50 gold each for the information, including your stone companions, because he doesn't feel it is a wonderful idea to cut y'all short, considering.
Mm-hmm.
And he also gives you that diamond worth 1,000 gold for the head. Ah, we do appreciate this. I mean, this is, you have no idea how big of a deal this is for us, but oh, that is a heavy cost.
Aye, well, a temporary one if we're lucky.
Aye.
You do happen to have people who are quite knowledgeable in earthworks and such.
I'm not sure about turning stone to flesh, but if you are looking for someplace, probably the speaking stones or the ruby in the rough.
That was my first choice, aye.
They'd be the ones more likely to be able to give y'all some assistance.
Aye, the more magically inclined.
Yeah.
Alright, well, as you can tell, we gotta keep moving here. Gotta keep momentum going from the weight.
Oh yeah. Clear on through. I'll make sure to notify everybody. I guess.
Please do. And on we
And-
march.
Yep. You march on down. And oh dear, you get to. I assume the speaking stone was your destination, right?
Yep.
Once you get there, your friend is initially looking up and, kind of hoping, oh, this will be great news, but Gurnik furrows his brow and just says, I take it something has gone wrong.
No, it's just the cost of fighting with a Medusa and killing it. It's all been done, though. The temple's holy again. The cloud's gone for good.
Mm-hmm. The big fart has wafted away.
Well, that's good news at least.
It feels bittersweet.
Yeah, I was about to say all of that's a lot. Who is this? Oh dear, that's where he went.
We found him earlier.
Oh,
Figured he was intact enough to bring back.
certainly, yes. This is just complicated. I assume you're gonna be wanting to turn them back from stone.
That'd be
but-
ideal, aye.
Some of them, yes.
All of them.
All of them?
As the disapproving parents stare.
I mean, with varying urgency. I'd
No.
say.
We're bringing a lot of them back.
He
I
furrows.
mean, I'm not saying that against that, but
Right, that's enough.
if we have,
That's enough on that.
only-
Keep that sort of shit to yourself.
In case we have to make choices.
Do you not understand what drop it means?
Fine.
There's a crash from behind us. Somebody accidentally drops another gnome.
It's not the
Gurnik,
gnome you
well,
want to hurt.
Yeah, you want the halfling, but
Oh yeah, we dropped the Rumblefoot. Yep.
Luckily, Darendil's holding him.
yeah, and he's the safer one to hold on to him, anyways.
Mhm.
But while y'all are kind of having your discussion, Gurnik eventually speaks up and says, "Well, we don't have anything for that here, but there is something that I think could potentially work."
This is going to be a place of power, isn't it?
Well, no. Oh, thank goodness, no. But I heard that basilisks have a cure for turning things to stone.
It's a
Alright.
dripping. It's their drippings, isn't it?
Yes. And
You happen to know where one is?
there have been sightings off to the. Quickly looking. Hold on one second. What's the direction? He gestures to the direction for the moment. I can't remember what direction on the waypoint it is. But I have heard that, well, they should be about. I've seen rumors that there's at least one floating around.
Hmm.
If you can find one or so, that could work.
Bag it, tag it, drag it back. Got that.
Exactly.
Do we have to devise a laxative for it?
No, it's not that end. It's the mouth of the fire dove. What a blood! It's one of those two.
Oh, well, at least that'll smell less.
Or it might be Gorgon's blood, not Basilisk blood. Basilisk saliva, Gorgon's not. It all gets a bit jumbled up at times.
So do we just make the basilisk uncommonly warm?
I think we also have to find a way to actually get the basilisk to give us what we need without turning us into stone as well.
Oh, you just grip it by the neck, hold it, hovering in the air, keep its mouth shut with your hand.
Apply pressure.
Yeah. Oh, though if we need the saliva, we'll actually have to keep the mouth open. So probably just, put a stick in it. And so it can't really close the mouth then.
And potentially, I mean, if you get enough, it is saliva. But if you get enough saliva, I mean, theoretically, that kind of deals with two issues on their own. You can handle the basilisk issue, and then you can also, bring these poor people back to their normal state.
How do they petrify people again?
Their gaze.
Eyeballs again.
I think you all have experience with this now.
Yes.
That is not a good line, mate. Come on.
We'd
Huh.
rather not have more experience with it, but
I am sorry about it, but it's
I know it's a statement of fact.
yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess we could avoid it if we poke the basilisk's eyes out.
That seems
we
a
could
little
keep it?
cruel.
They are nefarious monsters, I love.
True, but removing its eyes and then just keeping it around?
Well, they're basically paying us to kill it as well.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Theoretically,
eventually.
I think that you could probably at least kill it and try taking the gland.
Better
I
if
do
we can
have
just
a
catch it live, though. Just bag it.
Yeah.
If it needs its eyes, it can just be shrouded.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was
Oh,
basically, apart from the cure thing, this is more of a contract killing to get rid of the things, eh?
We won't be able to pay you for it, but I mean, we would greatly appreciate it.
So there we go. So it was already a hit job to begin with.
Well, at least the payment is getting the basilisk's saliva then. In a way.
Yeah, this is more mutually beneficial.
Yes.
Well, if you want, you could leave your friends here while you're going out.
We were torn between this or the tavern, just because we could put them in one room. It's not public.
Come to think of it, yes, I agree. The tavern might be the better idea.
Or it might be a bit of a spectacle.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to tell the Diggermatics of everything that you've told me. I mean, getting the stones back, and then of course dealing with the Bane. I mean, you've helped quite a bit here.
We're not done yet either. But for now, our job's just taking a new priority shift.
Understandable, and I fully support that. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come by and ask.
I suppose a pair of blinkers would help.
Pair of blinkers?
Alright, let's go track this thing down, and remember, keep your eyes averted when you hear scrawling about.
Mm.
So
Oh wait, we
you
better
all
check
seem-
it. Does it a case of just it looks at us, or do we have to look at it?
You have to look at it.
Alright, there we go, so keep your eyes down.
All right, so the standard tavern night.
I mean, technically, we still have those glasses.
You can chance
You
it if
do.
you want.
I mean,
Can
I
we
don't
get
need
the-
them, but
Can we get them polished and smoothed out to make them really optically good?
Well, at that point, they would lose their benefit.
Yes.
Ah,
It's the jumbled refraction that makes it, viable for blocking that sort of thing. Usually the same thing with a couple of what do you call them, prisms? We're trying to get a nice colour effect going in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the more surfaces it had, the more weird, indistinct bits in the middle. Got a more interesting effect. That's where I learned the words refraction and diffusion. They hadn't really come up before. Alright, well, we'll put the feet up for a wee bit, get our breath back, and then out we go.
Never ends.
When you all get back to the tavern, Tappy is incredibly pleased to see you all right up until she sees the statues.
Le gasp.
What happened?
Killed a Medusa in the local area.
That explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
It's a temporary
Um,
issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good at least. Do you need a drink? I think you might need a drink.
A couple wouldn't be bad. I'll have a tea.
All right, coming right up. Anybody want anything stronger as well?
Those lot.
Argo walks up to the bar, scrambles on top of a chair, and motions for a drink.
You can talk, you fucking idiot.
why me?
Something important for the
It's
dog.
okay. He can have as much as he wants. He runs on it.
We'll definitely need your help, Bernard, because you're probably the one who knows most about the basilisk. So
It's a shame he's
know-
It's a shame he's a druid, not a cleric. Right now he'd be a Saint Bernard.
Wait, hold on.
Ah!
Oh no. That's right over my head. Anyways, Tappy looks. Why is the dog acting not a dog anymore?
an affront to God.
No, it's not an affront. It's more an insult against his own spirit.
Yes, that's more accurate.
I should be in the drinking halls of Valhalla, or whatever close enough to that.
Falls in water then.
Yeah, Halls of Moradin. There you go.
But no, I'm stuck in this metal contraption. And
Are you
needing a
one of-
drink, which means that, quite frankly, I probably can't drink it because it's got too much water content.
No, he
He's built
runs
for
on
it.
alcohol.
Aye. The higher green, the better.
You can
Are
probably
you-
drink a lot more.
So you're Bernard.
Nods sorrowfully at probably the tankard that's been placed in front of him.
You're in the dog.
I didn't
In a
want
manner
to
of
be. I
speaking.
am. It's all that the gnome's fault over there. Gnome? Yeah, I think it is.
She just pours you another drink on top of the one that she already poured.
Bernard
Um,
starts crying. What would be normally is crying into his booze at the moment, but he probably doesn't have tear ducts.
Yeah, I doubt very much if he does. Yes.
No, for some reason, Gaddix did program cargo with those.
What?
Oh, no.
Windscreen wipers.
Oil. That's how it secretes the oil.
It was also to keep the lantern clean.
Ah,
And for other reasons. Just in case Cargo turned. That's why
There's
Bernard
always a
has a sense.
chance.
That's why Cargo also has a sense of pain that Bernard will be experiencing firsthand.
Why? Why was I programmed to feel pain?
To keep you where
Why
you
would-
are.
Why was I programmed to feel pain, Father?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, why, Father?
Father, give me legs.
He has 4 of them. I just didn't give him hands or thumbs or,
Yeah, which means that drinking from the tank card is going to be a very big issue shortly.
Yeah, just apply pressure on both sides and draw it up.
No,
It'll be easy enough.
instead of having like a dog tongue, you just open your mouth and a little like straw comes out. Actually, I mean, I don't know if Kago can consume like that because
It probably
Like,
just gets poured into
yeah,
the back
no, I
hatch.
think I just put the ethanol into a fuel tank. So actually, if you ask for a drink when you get that drink without saying anything, Gaddix will just pick up the tankard, go over, open the latch, and pour it into the tank for you.
It's probably not strong enough to be used as fuel.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. If you're flagging a little bit, I've got more. And he opens your hatch to reveal a glass bottle of like pure ethanol alcohol. How would it feel like I'm opening his hatches and stuff? Oh, does he have sensory? Like, this is raising questions.
It doesn't feel bad. It's normal. It's just weird.
You're just getting
Odd
used to
would be
all
a
your
word.
new movable joints, I guess.
But I assume after you kick up, you'll get some food, and you all intend on heading out.
Well, I mean, the benefits of a short rest and all that there.
Yeah. Yes.
You still get a channel divinity on a short rest. It's already done one, but I think I can get it more than once a day.
But assuming that there's no objections, you take your short rest. So roll your dices if you need them, and you all head out of Blingdenstone proper to try to hunt down these basilisks. Somebody needs to give me a survival. It's west. There we go. The area they were spotted is to the west.
Well, I've got a 5. Who beats that?
Kago.
I was gonna say, yeah, Kago, roll. I'm not good
He's
at
a druid.
survival.
Is he a
Uh-huh.
ghost barbarian?
Oh,
I'm
he's
a barbarian at the moment.
But
I
he's
think you are
druid at
proficient in
heart.
survival, though. I did
Yeah,
make the
that's fine,
character
no.
proficient
Yeah,
in
you
survival.
did train me in survival, yes.
Yeah.
You better watch out for your feet, or else you're going to get stepped on quite constantly.
That's the neat part. I'm riding you.
And
Well,
Bernard
in
is.
Yeah,
in
would
that
you
case,
buck
you
me
better
off if
watch
I
out
just
for
decided-
low-hanging stalactites.
Yeah. It's like, because I normally ride around on Kago. Would you buck me off if I tried to treat you like my normal Kago?
Oh yeah. You
Okay,
better
I guess-
look out for low-hanging roofs because I
Yeah,
will go under.
I guess I'm walking. I'm walking now.
And Bernard, you are zeroed in on this. We need to find these basilisks. You want to be back to normal.
It's going to be a real problem when we unpetrify Bernard, and he just acts as if nothing happened, but Kago is still there, with the soul in it.
That would be weird.
No.
Yeah, well, I did have a thought on that. Depends on how my soul is attached to cargo, because if it's trapped, I can't get resurrected.
No. It's not going to be an issue.
You can be resurrected.
Yeah. Well,
It's
not
just the
if soul is
It's just the
trapped.
problem with that Bernard starts talking freely and enjoys going on the next adventure, as if nothing happened, while you're still stuck in Kago. What climbed
the
in
Soma
while you were
issue.
gone?
the whole
Well,
Soma dilemma.
Or did he use a duplication glitch on the soul?
But Bernard, you start off following the directions, and before long, you actually start maybe about 3 hours out. You actually start picking up some trail markers for it. You're seeing one or two spots where you think that yes, a basilisk has been nearby. How far exactly is this away? This is okay, yeah. You do realize that you are going to have to travel for more than a day. And pretty soon, eventually, not pretty soon, but nearing about the time where you're expecting you're going to have to camp down for the day, Gaddix, something weird happens. The pendant that you had been given from Jim Jar starts kind of feeling warm.
This is. Pick it up. I check it. Like, is it just a little warm or?
Just a little warm.
Yeah, feels warm to the touch. Could it have been heated by anything? I'm starting to try to science this.
As you all continue walking, Gaddix, it feels more warm.
Yeah, you notice he's kind of he's wearing it, but he's kind of holding it in his hands. Like, why is it? It's getting warmer? What the? But he's not gonna say anything yet.
As
But
you
you can tell he's fidgeting
continue
with it.
walking, Gaddix, it gets warmer.
Okay. Is this some sort of practical joke?
It's what a practical joke.
I'll hold up the pendant. Keeps getting warmer.
Let go of the rope.
Maybe you're getting closer to something. Who gave you the pendant? What did they tell you about it?
Did Jim Jar tell me anything about it?
Jim Jar gave it to you, and he just picked it up from a gnome's corpse.
It was something Jim Jar found on a gnome.
Huh.
It's about all I know of it. But it was a little warm, and then it got warmer, and I can't really figure out this. This isn't.
Well, I think it'd be mostly in your expertise if it was a gnomish artifact.
That is true.
Do you know
I mean-
anything about the symbol's owner?
Would
So you
I?
all didn't know anything about the owner because you were there when it got picked up, but you
Yeah.
do know the only symbol on it is it's a symbol to a gnomish god.
Well,
I do know it's religious of some sort.
well, if we do have some time, we can look it over when we're looking over that dress.
Provided it doesn't get any hotter, because
You got
he's
tongs.
kind of. Was it on like a chain or something?
He's on a chain,
Yeah, he was wearing it around his neck. He has taken it off, and he's like, he doesn't want this hot thing near his chest anymore.
You all get to a fork in the road. And you're not quite sure if you need to be going left or right.
Has it changed temperature?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, Hargo's going to have a look around both ways
Yeah.
and see if there's any tracks or anything.
Not abundantly obvious right now. Yep. Not abundantly obvious right now.
Well, okay. While Kago's walking around, I would go with him.
When you go to the right, it stays warm.
Okay.
When you go to the left, it turns ice cold.
And now, without saying anything, he's walking back and forth doing the hot cold thing. Hot cold thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Once Gaddix figures this out, he's just again testing this. He's walking back and forth, not saying anything, holding the amulet. Hot, cold, hot, cold.
You get to
Cargo
watch.
steps on his foot.
I fall over, dropping the amulet. I think I might be onto something. It wants us to go this way, the hot direction.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I have a feel.
It's a juvenile children's game, but I feel like we're playing hot cold. That's on brand for Jim Jar.
On brand for gnomes.
Yeah.
I've got a
Not
feeling it's
all
not.
of us. Hey, that's a stereotype, and
Would
you
you play
resemble
hot
that
cold?
remark. Yep.
yeah, he just cuts himself off right there. Like,
Do you want to tell
"Why?"
Bernard some of his other features and functions currently?
Hey, she moved the
I've still got
coffee.
an
Okay,
ooze in
what's the issue?
inside me, don't I?
Yeah.
There's booze inside you, and it's burning off slowly. How does that make you feel?
No, I thought I had a slime or an ooze inside me
Oh,
as
an
well.
ooze.
No.
Yeah.
That's in the bag of
No,
holding.
that's
The
in
second
bag.
one.
Yeah.
But the ethanol inside of you is burning off slowly to power your engine. It's going away, Bernard.
That's
I
the
don't know.
daily
The
life of a
alcohol's
dwarf.
being used to, yeah, the alcohol's being used to fuel them. That's kind of, just average.
Like, that's pretty much a dwarf, right?
The only
Yeah.
thing is he's not getting distracted by foodstuffs, leaving more capacity for booze.
And he doesn't even get to taste it.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no
there's
mouthfeel.
probably it's not the same.
Not only do I don't get to taste it, but I don't even get the effects of it.
Yeah, it's like I said, you completely. Oh God, you're kind of an abomination. Oh dear,
Yes.
And you made
Yeah.
it,
this wasn't the plan.
little Mr. Frankenstein.
Yes. No. Frankenstein was made from various different body parts. This is metal.
No, he was a doctor. The thing he
Yes.
made was out of various body parts.
Yeah, so don't compare me to Frankenstein. This is not Gaddock's monster.
I don't know, you probably sourced all the bits of cargo from various different departments and other failed projects in the labs of other students.
Warforged
Cargo
aren't
died
people.
already once, so he's
Okay.
probably recycled parts.
Okay, Harton, Warforged aren't people. It's legal.
No, Bernard's got you there. Cargo is already destroyed once he is all recycled.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And I'd put money on dumpster diving being the main way of getting components.
Only for the bits that Gaddix was responsible for.
No, the main thing is I rebuilt him from what was left, so you have a lot less parts than you originally did.
Because you know Xanathina actually took care and consideration of what she was doing. And he was approaching a deadline with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that episode of Family Guy. We have the technology to rebuild him, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. Yeah, but you have a lot less parts than you once did. Some plates are exposed because I didn't bother to replace those. It's kind of like episode 1 C3PO. I'll finish him someday.
In other words, that's why I'm unarmed, is because you didn't bother to put the plates on.
But you all continue down and kind of following along with Gaddix's little emblem.
Yeah, now that I figured out the children's game. Yeah.
And eventually you reach an area that actually does seem like it would be a good place to camp down for the night. Which is very convenient considering, Gaddix, you feel this pull to this spot and you know this is where I need to be right now.
This is where our god has brought us to. There's nobody here, excuse me.
Give me an investigation, whoever is interested in figuring out what the heck Gaddix is here for.
Well, let's see.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm here for.
Can I see a pyramid of stacked stones?
You actually, yes, both Gaddix and Uzana do see it off to the side. But there's also something else that is a little bit more of interest.
A mouth of a tunnel?
You do see
Manifest
the mouth of a
destiny.
tunnel.
Yeah, I wrote down the directions we got.
Yeah.
That's why Harden isn't doing the checks, because I just fucking remember what we were told.
You did find the pyramid marking stones.
Yeah.
However, Uzana and Gaddix both noticed that off along one of the side walls.
Sculpted
The
faces of a
piles
male
of
and female deep gnome.
No.
Damn.
The pile of stones off to the side. Initially, they just look like stones that have been cleared out of the way. On a closer look, they seem to have been stacked in a deliberate way. Almost like a cairn of some kind.
Is there anything magic that might give a hint at what Gadex's amulet has led us to?
Oh, that is a good question. I'd like to thank you for asking it. If a corpse is under the effect of gentle repose, does that light up?
I would say so. I mean,
It's magic,
got
right?
an
Like,
ongoing magic effect.
Then you see there's light in the stones. There's something magical in the stones.
Well, let's go, I guess, unstack the stones?
Would that amount to grave robbing?
Would that stop us?
They're not really dead.
We're being directed to it, so it probably wants to be found.
Exactly.
I mean,
Maybe,
if
maybe
it's-
not. It's the amulet that's directing us, not the grave.
Exactly, so it could be like locating a fallen owner sort of thing, or this person needs to be brought back.
It might just warm up when getting near people in gentle repose. It might be just a emergency person's locator beacon thing.
It's been quite a trip though, that's some distance got going on.
Yeah, because it's been going for hours now.
And you don't think that there wasn't a single person in town that had gentle repose on them? Right, let's find it. Let's dig into this cairn respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
I bless the shovel.
I
You
do
To make another pile of rocks, I guess, in the same shape.
Oh no.
Hang on. Horrocalps.
You all start moving the stones off respectfully. You do notice that there is a Svrfneblin body holding a similar amulet to the one that Gaddix is wearing. You notice that, yes, the body definitely has a magical effect. What gets more confusing is as you remove the stones, you get the person who goes to remove the stones at the head gets a very awkward moment as they realize they're staring at Jim Jar.
Huh.
Well, hello there.
Do we leave the other one?
Were they brothers?
Twins?
This is getting out of hand.
It
Now
could
there's
be a
two
twin,
of them.
yeah.
How'd Jim Jar find a necklace on a gnome that leads to his twin brother?
It's a
Just
corpse, right?
confused.
Yes, it's been gentle reposed.
Alright.
Well, I mean, can I actually say that?
I mean, you
think
can
I can.
Arcana.
Yeah, I should Arcana to determine what magical spell it is, because what I know and what Uzana know are not the same things.
Yeah. And you do know the School of Magic from it, so that would also give you a hint. So I'll give you advantage, actually.
To be fair, I've probably done on a few people in the villages and on jobs.
Yeah.
But something you might have seen before.
So give me. There we go. Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, you are quite sure this body is under the effects of gentle repose, which you know theoretically means that unless this person has died recently, somebody had to have been coming back to repeatedly apply this. That, or there's something else going on that is maintaining the gentle repose for whoever did the initial spell casting.
Is he really Jim Jar, or are there small differences?
As far as you can tell, this is Jim Jar. He is identical.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I guess we can just ask Jimjar about this later. Should we bring the body with us?
How fresh does he seem?
Well, he's been gentle reposed, so
Yep. That's the thing. You have no idea because he seems fresh as the moment he died.
Aye,
You
was
also,
that's the problem though. Was it within, say, a minute of him dying?
as far as you can tell, probably.
It matters in
also-
this case.
Yes, I do know it matters. But I'm saying for the sake of discussion, you think it qualifies. He also doesn't seem to have any visible injuries, which seems a bit weird.
I could bring him back.
But what happens if we bring him to see the other Jimjar?
I've no idea.
What if he died of some sort of disease and bringing him back would just kill him again?
You know, actually, I would like to see what happens if the two of them get together in the same room. Although that could cause some issues.
I know she didn't mean to, but the way she sounded like that, it just sounds like Uzana's even ignoring Lou now.
I didn't even catch that. That's great.
If he died of disease, I would like to see how he meets the real Jim Jar.
Well,
Well,
it's an absolutely unique situation. Like, what happens if you meet yourself? Does the universe just implode upon you, or
I mean,
are there just
if
simply
asked,
two of you?
Gaddix is somewhat fascinated as well, but he won't admit it. It's like science, bitch.
I mean, more importantly, does this mean that we double our money on the bets?
Ooh, that is true.
what if we make them bet against each other?
I-
Is it free money?
Lou's immediately going for the troll meme, infinite money. Just like infinite power, just plug the surge protector into itself.
I'm gonna be known for the greatest science in the world. Infinite money, infinite power.
I checked the back of his head for mushrooms.
There are no mushrooms.
Mushroom tattoo for some reason though. How did that get there?
Well,
Argo looks over and thinks, "Wait a sec. Hey guys, is this the real Jim Jar and the one that we've had before the fake, or is it the other way around?"
no idea. No way to tell.
Oh, would the real Jim Jar get caught and put in prison, or would the fake Jim Jar
See,
get
I
caught and
knew
put in
he
prison?
couldn't be trusted.
Again, you don't know. They could just be twins. This could be Jar Jim.
That'd be cruel.
That's horrific.
Doppelganger?
I've
There
heard.
could be a whole family of them.
I've heard a lot of gnome names. That is not cruel. That is perfectly normal. Garrick just hadn't told you his real name.
Do you think there's enough of them to start a band?
Well, if they all look the same, how can we have our favorites?
Well, you go by their name.
Well, unfortunately, we'll have to kip down for a night if I'm going to do this.
Conveniently, you already have to kip down for the night.
I was gonna say, what a coincidence. I've just found this campsite.
Funnily enough, we've been doing quite well. I
Argo's
haven't really
goes
needed to
into sleep
revivify.
mode.
Even when things went bad, I didn't need revivify.
Oh man, if
Did anyone place a
Bernard
bet
ever
that-
bothers me, I can just go over and flick his on-off switch to off.
Did anyone place a bet with Jim Jar that he would need to be revived?
I have a question about that. If the on-off switch is it a physical off switch or is it programmed? Because Bernard might have control over whether or not he goes
Yeah,
to sleep.
you could probably override the machinery. This is
It's just a ghostly hand holding the button in place, though. It's nothing all that mystical.
yeah.
Better question: can I shock Gaddix when he tries?
Why does he play Vittoriador?
Oh man, music box for Cargo. Now we're getting somewhere.
More salvaged
lamp.
parts from a different source.
You do have that lamp, which I kind of envision like headlights.
Yep. Just needs to flicker now.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we are doing this then.
All right. So
Fine by
you
me.
all
See you in the morning.
take your long rest.
I will use this
these-
time to identify magical swag.
The glitter gold pendant. How do those charges come back?
We should
You-
probably identify the pendant that led us here.
Yeah, I can do that.
it was you roll a
Oh, I roll for it. Okay.
yeah, roll a d4.
Roll a d4. Okay.
And that's how many charges you get back. Have you used the pendant?
Yeah, I used it once, and then because
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes 5 charges, right?
6, but yeah.
6. Okay. Yeah, and then I rolled a 1 on my d4 last time.
Yeah.
So I have 3 charges now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used it once, and then I rolled. Yeah, that's right. I rolled a 1. You're like, well, I'm not gonna be using that for a while.
Also, technically, now that you're here, it only costs 3 charges to activate now.
So it's halved. Okay.
Yes. The pendant is very pleased with your activities of finding Jim Jar.
Okay. I have
You
that.
also notice it's no longer hot. But okay, so we were looking at the dress, and was there any other items that you wanted to look at along with the pendant?
Just the dress and the pendant, unless anyone else can remember anything.
No, I didn't actually find that much.
Yeah. For the dress, it's just a magical dress. It magically is kept pristine. It prestidigitates itself. It'd be probably worth a pretty penny for the right person, or could potentially be used as a bribe of some kind. The pendant, it's magical. You know what it does. You're just not entirely sure why it did what it did. Nothing about the pendant that you can identify should tell you what will tell you why it just did what it did. As far as you know, it doesn't have that function. So
Interesting.
either there's a curse on it that you can't see for the identification, or something else hokey has gone on.
Okay, what's the chances the soul of Jim Jar has locked itself to that pendant?
I mean, that would be my initial thought.
It's
Well,
just
then
the
we still
issue.
have-
It's
Go
just the
ahead.
issue, of course, that Jim Jar's body is back at the tavern in stone.
Yeah, and that's the confusing.
So
bit.
is Bernard's. That hasn't stopped him being annoying otherwise.
But there's not a
there's
second
another
body
one
for
here,
Bernard.
yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah, there's a second Jim Jar body. And then in the back of his mind, Gaddix is thinking, son of a bitch invented it before me. Fuck.
Upstaged
dog, so
by a
mine's
deep
better.
gnome.
Ugh. Years of academy training.
Well, kind of ignored and wasted, but that was a good time.
Could have Jim Jar been a powerful wizard and used the clone spell?
Unlikely.
If he was a powerful wizard, I don't think he would have stuck with us as long as he did.
Not to mention he was using a hand crossbow. I think he'd be.
He was a pretty bad shot as well.
That is not
He never showed any interest in magical artifacts or such, or books or whatnot. Like, he didn't fancy a leaf through Uzana's spellbook. What kind of wizard could resist?
Yeah, but if he's that powerful, he would have already known mostly what's in that book.
You're not really cotton on to what a wizard is. If there's another spellbook around, they want to have a look at it.
Yes.
Who's to say he wasn't stealthy enough to do so without you noticing?
He's pretty blatant. And Uzi guards that thing of her life. I mean, she won't even let Hooten play with it.
Maybe he isn't a wizard. Maybe he's a sorcerer or something like that.
Nah, they're never any use.
Hey, I can
Warlock's
cast
a
fog cloud
possibility.
whenever I want.
How many times?
Well, as many days as I live, which could be many.
Or
thousands.
few.
But it could be thousands. It's
Could be single digits. Could be tomorrow.
I better get casting actually. Okay. We'll do one while we're here.
ABC, always be casting, Lou.
That's hard just thinking, he gave me a diamond to fix the lab, but that doesn't solve stone. Oh dear, looks like it's out of my hands, Jarlaxle.
No Basilisk can get past my fog cloud.
But you all do take your successful long rest. Nothing interrupts you. And you awake with a deceased Jim Jar that still seems to be under the effect of gentle repose. Hurton, you know that unless somebody came about 12 hours ago, you would imagine he should have worn off by now.
Okay, let's.
Hmm.
Alright, let's give this one a go then. He's always being preserved for a good cause. And let's see, Trick West Machine. Yeah, got my hit dice back. And watch a diamond go up in smoke.
You get to do this, Hurton. This is very exciting. And through your reservations, Jim Jar wakes up and looks very startled to see a big giant person looming over him as he tries to scramble. What's going on?
This is going to be a very fascinating tale. Do you recognize me at all?
No, and why are there drow with you?
They're harmless. Well, one of them is. It's a case of for the last few weeks, last few 10 days, practically a month or a bit, we have been travelling around with a deep gnome calling himself Jim Jar, who places bets at every opportunity. He is currently a stone statue after a clash with Medusa back in Blingdenstone. And while going hunting for a basilisk to go cure that condition, my mate Gaix here, wearing that pendant, you might want to have a look at that actually up close, was led here to you. And they've just brought you back from the dead.
What?
That is the shortest, most concise version I can give of these events.
It doesn't help that he actually does understand common. He looks utterly baffled.
Well, got Glabagool anyway.
Yeah, but he does actually understand common. But
let's
he
start
looks,
with this. What's the last thing you remember?
the drow finding me?
That lines up.
Where?
Different question.
Here.
What's your name?
Jim Jar.
Yeah, we know his
Okay.
name.
Okay.
Are you a betting
No.
man?
Huh?
Are you a betting man? Gambler?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
Are you a dab hand with a hand crossbow?
Oh yeah, I can fire a hand crossbow, yeah.
Alright. Are you a magician of any sort?
No, oh heavens no. I'm a very, very minor cleric.
Oh.
Very.
What are the
Nobody really taught me how. I've just been kind of trying to work it out on my own.
I see. Well, again, you might want to have a look at that necklace that my mate Gag is wearing there. I am pondering now if you met someone that was pretending to be a drow, just like afterwards it was pretending to be a deep gnome.
No, it was a lot of drow.
A lot of drow, okay.
Well, at the time I thought, well, I guess they did kill me then, Because I thought I was going to die, and then I felt this nice, warm, fuzzy sensation, and I just kind of slipped to sleep.
Well, saying that, there's not a mark on you.
He does
Just-
look himself over.
And I mean, before I revived you.
I had lots of marks before whatever happened. I just know that the drow moved forward, and I assumed he'd say that he was going to kill me. And then I felt warm, fuzzy, and safe, and then I woke up here.
Got a feeling you had a bit of divine intervention there.
He also does give the time frame for when he'd left Blingdenstone. This happened before, right about the time actually you all were going down into the Underdark for the first time.
Hmm.
Well, that means fake Jim Jar would have been in prison for, what, a 10-day? Before we got captured?
Yes.
Just to rule the last thing out, you don't have a twin brother, right?
No. No, I'm an only child.
Well, we're gonna have an interesting meeting, to say the least.
And Gaddix, do you present your symbol?
Yeah.
It is literally identical to one that Jim Jar pulled out of his shirt pocket.
Oh. Interesting.
Just without any. The one Jim Jar has no magical element whatsoever.
How is the heat gone?
The
Or-
heat is gone.
The heat is gone, so it's not hot anymore. Well, it's not hot anymore, whatever that means.
Well, out of curiosity, who's the fella on your symbol?
Garl Glimmergold.
Alright, we did go over that one, aye.
Say that 5 times fast.
Goggle it go, goggle it go, goggle it go, goggle it go, goggle it go.
He was talking to her grandma earlier, and they were having a tongue twister while I was doing the dishes. It was pretty funny.
The tough part is doing it in the accent at the same time.
And he just nods and says, well, I'd come back down here from Mithril Hall to Blingdenstone, and I was trying to potentially find and set up a little church to Garl down here, which of course met with some pushback. Initially, we never really did much with Garl. There was a bit of a rumor that he'd abandoned our people. And I'd tried to, well, set up some things down here, and, well, I'd heard that Entomoc's boon was out here, and I was trying to look for it, potentially to, well, prove that I had something of value for our people and show that, we're not just crazy. But then I ran into the drow.
Well, I think Garl was keeping you safe then for a wee bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not many are that lucky. Mind you, it's because you're
So we-
stroking the ego. It's not surprising those gods can be a bit petty at times.
Hmm.
The good captain wouldn't be like that.
It couldn't hurt, though.
He's a noble man.
I think we have a little more reason to unpetrify the other one, then.
Yeah, I guess we should probably, just to be safe, put him in, like, chains or something before we unfreeze him, in case he's offended by this Jim Jar.
Well, no, it's more of,
I don't think there are 2
Perhaps-
Jim Jars, Lou.
yeah, perhaps the Jim Jar that's a statue is rather a devotee of Garl Glimmergold.
Or it's somebody malicious taking on his personality, which means we don't have to unstone him. Problem solved.
Could be one of them doppelgangers.
Yeah, we
I mean,
do have some of those.
It's
Back
possible
in
the
what
statue
we-
just, like, disintegrated the moment we revived this Jim Jar.
Well, I'm not burning the spell slot to find out, so let's go get the Basilisk first.
That's great.
Oh, you all head off with new Jim Jar in tow. and start, I assume, following the stone markings for Entomoc's Boon, considering you are there.
Well, yeah, might as well. Seems an important place after all. So, a pyramid of stacked stones next to the mouth of a tunnel, and we're looking along the tunnel for sculpted faces of a male and female deep gnome.
Now, I need half of you to be doing investigations and half of you for survival, because I assume you're also looking for the basilisk. Still.
Well, I'm really good at one of those and not
You're
so good at
good.
the other, so
Oh yeah, y'all are
we nailed it.
dead on point. Yeah, none of you
Wow.
have any. Horik, you're not doing so well.
There's no
Uzana, you're not
potatoes
doing
down
so
here. I'm
well.
sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Uzana, you're just dreaming about the entire scenario and all the ways that this could, all of the permeations. What?
Permeations,
thank you.
permutations.
Permutations.
There we go.
Yep.
That was the word I'm looking for.
I'm
Or-
honestly surprised you're not deep into this, sweetie. I mean, this might be, a true act of divine intervention that's occurred.
Well, it is, aye.
Well,
Just,
well, yeah, but I mean, also, it might be a celestial being there, and we could be rescuing them.
I don't think so much on that part. I mean, again, I'm just thinking more along the lines of it could just be a copycat, could be a doppelganger. Because we've not seen anything unusual with the Jim Jar we've travelled with previously. This one was divinely intercepted by his god and all, which of course is very normal for the true faithful.
True, but the other one did also give us the pendant that led to this one.
Although we found that in a corpse in the hallway.
Did he find it, or? Huh? I guess we can ask him.
As far as I can tell, I'm not that keen on just jumping on the corpses to loot them. I don't know about Scarlet's characteristics or anything, if he's a sort of willful gambler at all times.
But no, it's less of like he might not have actually gotten it from the body, but rather, had it on him, then placed it there and claimed he found it.
Possibly.
I mean, it does sound something like a gnome would do.
Something as Jim Jar does hear you discussing about the gambling bit. Jim Jar is happy to inform you that he is a deity of luck. Luck, protection, and trickery.
That tracks.
I don't know, the bets he was making were more sort of, you're gonna fuck yourselves over if you try to prove me wrong sort of bets, which I don't think is luck, to be honest. I think that's stacking the deck to be a wee bit of a bastard.
Not necessarily.
Wouldn't even say us. Really? Hey, I bet you guys that we're all gonna live. Who wants to take that bet?
Well, the bet
I
about how
should
long it
have,
would take us
because
to
I would
escape
have
from
money
that.
right now.
I mean, this is the person who, by all records, let himself get captured by Caternal Mock to escape and then just collapse the roof.
Well, we'll find out when we get there, I guess.
Indeed. Probably every chance we get back. In fact, I mean, if it is a divine intervention sort of aspect, then the statue is probably gone. But again, I've already burned the third level spell slot, so we don't use Ascendant later. That's for the kids.
We can ask them about the statue. They might know.
All they will
Yeah, we can
ask me is
try.
if I can pose it, and if not, what sort of paints will work on it.
I want shiny ones with glitter.
But it takes a day, almost. As you continue down, you can easily find these markings. What does really hit is Congo, because you're still right on Congo, as in Bernard. You are still right on the idea of I need to find the basilisks. Harton, you're on the same vein. And you will start to realize that, yeah, a lot of the basilisk signs are leading in the same direction as these stone pyramids.
It's funny how I brought that up to him, man, and he laughed it off as unnecessary.
And near the end of your adventuring day, you do finally see the statues.
Which for the group is really around sort of like 1 PM, you know. You don't want to keep going too far into the day, you get all groggy. You don't want to ruin your lunch either or your dinner.
or your second breakfast.
So, you know, we start the adventuring day at a nice brisk 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., finish up at 1 p.m., you know?
You gotta leave room for eating. I mean, can't eat while you walk.
It's very stressful, too, and you gotta take time to relax, smell the roses.
Or the fungi down here, I guess.
Plus, of course, the 1 hour mandated guild break.
Smelling fungi is
Very
not
important in our
recommended.
culture.
And, of course, you have to take a break every 10 minutes as well.
You know, with this many bladders, there's gonna be a lot of bathroom breaks too.
No, we're just unified.
One gigantic piss pot.
We all drink at the same time in the same quantity. It's really tough on the gnomes.
But Jim Jar is very excited at the idea of finding Entomoc's boon. You can tell he was not expecting to be able to do this now.
Although I do give him the full warning about the basilisks. So,
That's okay.
well,
You're damn shame you lose the second one.
the moment we get night, don't do that. The moment we get to them, like, keep your eyes down.
Right, can do that, yeah. As I delete the people who are not with you right now. There we go. All right.
This sounds like a very important place.
It is very important. This is the site where, as far as legends can tell, Entomoc was summoned a long time ago, but if we could find this, then our earth elementals will be stronger and last a lot longer.
As long as they're fully controllable.
We already did away with the fart. It should be fine.
The fart?
They called him Entomoc's being the big cloud.
He just kind of floated around, so
Yeah, we don't have any earth elementals, so he actually had zero influence on us whatsoever.
The
That's
statues were
great.
scary for a minute there.
So I just started calling him the big fart because he just basically wafted in, did nothing, and left.
I mean, it did horrible things with the earth elementals.
Did you
And of
ever think of
course,
just
if
going
you-
out without them?
Oh, we did, but the problem was sometimes it would also, it's a cloud, so it could also slip into, well, Blingdenstone proper and set off our earth elementals that way.
Well, it's gone back to its elemental plane.
That was actually one of the main reasons I wanted to find this place, because rumor had it that if an elemental was summoned here, it couldn't, well, be turned.
Oh, handy enough.
Hmm.
Of course, in Harden's mind, just thinking chalk up for Valkyra's column as opposed to Garls. Someone got the job done.
But you wander into the cavern.
This is very nice so far.
Hmm.
Bit blinding in the room.
You do see in one or two spots there seemed to be a petrified hand, petrified bit of a torso.
So what we're seeing here is evidence that it's been found before. I mean, do the hands look gnomish or are they even dainty and skinnier?
It's hard to tell, but I mean, there seems to be a variety in this basilisk's diet.
And yet this place was meant to be hard to find.
As far as you know, they could have also been dragging them back to their death.
Well, then we would have seen the troughs, obviously.
You saw markings.
Now it's a teleporting basilisk, damn it.
It just hovers. It had a gravity
doing?
mage once and had the power of it now. Alright, I prefer thaumaturgy to shout get the look away and shit the moment we need to.
Mm-hmm. Glasses at the ready, everyone.
Alright,
I
let's
close one of my eyes.
suppose I could always just alert it and draw it out instead.
Question: what does the big magic circle do?
That is the summoning area. It's not really that lit up, but you know.
Would we try to summon an element to help us now? Is that possible?
Does somebody know how to summon earth elementals?
And not yet.
Then no.
Well, we
Only
have a
on
summoning circle.
only on
It's half
mandated
the battle.
holidays.
Well, that's like saying you have a hammer and thus you can build a house. There's a bit more to it than that.
To be fair, sweetie, I can.
Well,
I
no,
have.
you need more than just a hammer to build the house.
I have a question. Does Cargo have a stealth field at the moment?
Cargo gets his normal stealth rolls.
That's not quite my question. I don't see Cargo.
Oh, sorry. I did not pull out Cargo 3.0 and I don't pull out 2.0 because 2.0 doesn't work.
You drag out
when I
your own
pull
token.
Yeah, I got Cargo out.
Do I need
for
to
ya.
delete this one?
No, that's the Cargo.
That's the cargo.
That is the Cargo. No, oh, okay.
That's the cargo.
That's getting out
I
of
guess he
hand
just
now,
didn't
too.
see himself.
We climb these, or are they just going up to the ceiling?
They're going up to the ceiling.
Okay.
He's still going to climb him a little bit.
Lou, it's not a jungle gym.
No, it's a rock gym.
Ah, yes, the great orc explorer. Oh, what do we think? I could draw it out. And we just keep our ears peeled for it.
Can Kogo be affected by petrify?
He's already a mineral.
I can put out some lights to draw attention too, so nobody gets immediately petrified.
I guess I should mention I see a slight bit of a token up the top there.
Why? You shouldn't.
I see an edge with a little bit of a white background.
Oh,
This thing here, yeah.
oops.
I'm just thinking I can yell to let them know that there's someone here.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
I am voicing this to the party to see if they have an opinion.
Yep, certainly.
back you up
Go for
like-
it. I
Yeah.
run backwards.
Alright, just remember to keep your eyes low.
Haruka's
Way
already
ahead, yeah.
applying his goggles and also putting on a face mask.
To the effect of, come out, you wee bastards. Also, Hooten is wearing her blindfold again.
I'd hope so.
Oh, you're bird boxing this? Nice.
Yep. She's swaddled up.
Up around the corner comes slinking out a basilisk.
The moment I hear the pitter patter, my eyes are on the floor.
And another basilisk comes
Got a
around
feeling
the
there's
corner.
more than one, although it's hard to tell they have many legs. I saw a stuffed one once that had 8 legs.
Let's reduce that number.
Did
The halflings
where
are
is
stopping for
it?
lunch
Hold
first.
on.
Now she
Um,
can't find it.
No, my issue is I've lost the basilisk, and yeah, that is a different basilisk. I have the infinite young basilisk. Now, where did I hide the real basilisk?
We'll take on the young ones.
This is fine, yeah.
Do you have one that's got, you know, a couple of broken legs, A congenital
Monstrosity,
heart
okay.
defect. We'll take on that one too.
Blind in one eye, you know.
There we go. I
Hiterax.
couldn't
Yeah.
figure out under which category the basilisk was hiding. So why did that not roll?
It rolled
Well, I guess
again.
we're. No, it just didn't roll.
Oh, well,
There
I guess
we
it's
go.
broken. Oh no, I guess we'll just have to win this one.
Is everybody on the? I'm missing somebody.
We have no Nadrax.
Oh, see, eventually it rolled 2 basilisks.
Yeah, I saw that, and it doesn't get to keep that second number. You changed that back right now. Because I saw that number go up, and I was like, wait a minute. Went from a 7 to a 15, and shenanigans!
It would only move it up 1 space, though, all things.
True, yeah. But hey, that could
Okay,
be
we
the
have the
difference
correct number.
between, a stoning.
Top of the round, Harton.
They'll have an idea of where they're coming from.
Yes.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Well, are you using the crystals?
If it works, sure, I'll take a risk. I'll hold the crystal to my eye and look up at them.
And we watch as Harton
You can
turns
see
to
them,
stone.
and you don't seem to be being petrified.
Alright, the crystal still seems to work. Let's see. Don't think I have anything for this distance, though. I could dash, but instead I'll take the dodge action. That'll be me.
Gaddix.
Now remember, we're capturing them.
Do we need all of them? Or just one?
At least one.
Oh yeah, here.
Okay.
Alright, would have been
You
with
see him put the
Lou.
crystal to his eye and ready his gun.
It's fucking terrifying seeing you try to one-hand that weapon while holding the crystal up. I can see 15 different eyeballs out of you.
Oops, that was damage.
At least one of them was looking in the right direction.
Are you close enough for that, Gaddix?
I don't take disadvantage from.
Okay.
From
No,
long
I was checking to
range
make
because
sure
of-
that you were in the right range to attack.
Yeah, it's 30-90, but I don't take any penalty for shooting.
Why
long
did it
range.
roll the damage before?
Because I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was
I'm
me.
confused. So that definitely hits.
Now how wounded is it? That's the question.
I mean, you heard it.
Okay. See, it's still alive. I heard. A second shot's probably gonna go wide.
You hit it.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, it's wounded. Someone go grab it. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. Because I think I already moved 20 feet to get there, so.
Okay.
I used my bonus
Yes.
action to tell Bernard to go get it.
Well, you do remember that you have Jim Jar, right?
Oh. No, I'm not used to having a gym jar. Over here.
Does Jim Jar actually have a crystal?
He would not, so he's looking down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have him dash around and see if he can come up behind one and get it non-lethally.
Okay.
So yeah, he dashes. That's my turn.
All right. And Kago.
Well, Cargo, what he wants to do is just run up and headbutt the Basilisk. So pretty much dash and just shoulder charge or whatever, if he could do that.
Okay.
And yeah, so I don't know if he's actually got them. He can't do it in one movement.
I believe you have 40 feet of movement if I set the character up right.
Yeah, it's 40 feet of movement, but the
Yeah.
40 feet ain't close enough.
Damn. Yeah. Because I tried to get it as close to the NPC construct as possible, and he has a base speed of 40 feet. So it's like, I can do that with a barbarian.
Well, what I'll do is I'm just going to dash up and be right next to it.
You stand on your hind legs and cover its eyes.
No, I just got the head down, kind of blocking it, trying to not look at it, even though I'm not too sure if it'll actually work or not. But we're not going to test that and see if we can get it. Yeah, I don't want another stone statue. So he's going to roughly run to probably there.
Perfect.
And I think that's all his actions unless he rages, which I'm not going to do this turn, I don't think.
Okay. And what about the prince?
Oh, the prince is going to move up and keep behind the thing there, just so he might be able to get a chance on next turn.
Okay. Oric.
Oric is going to dash up towards the enemy. So I need to make an acrobatics because I'm half blind.
No.
Okay. There is Oric. Standing ready to punch things. And that is it.
Okay. Rosanna.
Hmm. Let's see now. See if I can get where I want to go. Not entirely. So, yeah, I will dash to here. And that is my turn.
Okay. Nadrax.
I cannot quite get there, so I will just move up here, dash up here with closed eyes, and shoot the basilisk.
Okay. I assume you're using the crystals to see. Oh wait, yeah, you don't have to because
I
you
have
have your closed eye
blindsight.
thing. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind. And 16 hits.
And that will be it.
I'm doing quick math here.
23.
That has done a heck of a lot to this basilisk, and it looks like it is teetering on the edge of not being alive anymore. Uh-oh. I have discovered an issue. Hold on. It's doing that thing where it links two tokens' HPs together. What? No, it's a... Okay, this is a problem. Does anybody know how to solve it when you're trying to use the HP values for...
You could probably set the token to not represent anything.
Yeah, the only problem is you want to have it representing something because then it autofills all the stuff. And it only sometimes causes issues, and I'm trying to figure out why. Hi, Kovu. Alright, I'll just manually. Um, there we go. Swap this around here. Sometimes it causes problems and sometimes it doesn't, and I never understood why. Oh, let me re-roll it because to get it back on the tracker. And 7. There we go. Problem solved. There we go. Now that drama's over with, Bernard, Chomp, he wants to make you dinner.
Right. Okay. So that's 20 damage, I think.
Yep. Meanwhile, this other one dashes
Wait,
up to you,
yeah, I guess Taco
Nadrax.
could take poison.
It's salivating and ready to take a bite.
Okay.
Lou.
My moment has come. I believe tactically Fog Cloud actually totally works here. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to, because I can still see an area. I just would have disadvantage to hit something, right?
Yeah, looking through the crystal, yeah.
Right, yeah. So I can drop a Fog Cloud over here on these basilisks.
Perfect
Okay,
plan.
now have a really big think here about what is going to happen when you do this.
And it can't get any
No, Lou
worse.
doesn't think.
Everyone's already at disadvantage to hit.
But there is one extra element to it. They count as heavily obscured, which means basically no line of sight casting on them. For things like Firebolt.
I could cast Darkness instead.
Yes, because that's different in this case.
I'm just going to run towards them then with my own blind sight. Going this way. Hello, Jim Jar.
Hello. Not a horrible drow.
You have no idea.
Same statement, different meaning.
And Barrett get a shot off, I believe.
Yeah, he can. At disadvantage, yeah.
Where is it? There it is. Ouch.
Ow. Yeah. Nadrax, the crossbow bolt goes straight between you and the basilisk.
Okay, that was almost unpleasant.
Arton. You have a almost dead basilisk and a completely fresh basilisk.
And I've got to go for the fresh one because I can't reach the other. So, in I go. See, just trying to apply the logistics here. It's the idea of trying to fight with Dawnbringer while holding a reflective crystal. Seems like a terrible idea, but fuck it, we'll go for it anyway. All that light pouring everywhere. There's a 14.
We're hitting non-lethal. A 14 is not hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's me then.
Okay. Gaddix.
I don't suppose I can shoot this thing non-lethally.
Just shoot the one with less holes in it.
Yeah, so I think I'll target this one.
Yes, because otherwise, if you shoot, you're likely to kill.
Yeah, that's one. 17 hit.
A 17 hits.
Or 15. And how's it looking?
Yeah.
I'm not getting that 20 back. Okay, good. Low damage. That's what I wanted. And then Jim Jar is going to move. Use his cunning action to dash. And then, do I have Jim Jar sheet? Non-lethally, we're going to... I mean, I don't know how you do that with a short sword, but... One attack. Second attack.
Neither of those hit because he's at disadvantage. Oh, wait. Never mind, because Kago is... Not Kago. Bernard is canceling out
flanking.
the disadvantage.
Oh, the 18? Oh, no, he was disadvantaged, so yeah.
So the 18 would hit.
So the second one would hit, yeah.
And the Basilisk takes a nap.
Hey, we did it.
Bernard, the Basilisk is taking a nap.
In that case, he's going to go to the next one and grapple it, or more point, bite to hold, I guess.
Give him the clamps!
What's the roll to grapple on this? I can't remember.
Athletics.
It's just straight athletics, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Athletic. You didn't give me your... Oh, well.
You don't have proficiency in athletics, really?
No.
Unfortunately,
He is a
the
dog.
Basilisk. Yeah.
This is true, you don't have hands.
You gave me animal handling.
Okay, that's a mistake. That doesn't seem right.
Not that I think it's going to do much of difference for it, but
Yeah,
Is it right
would
above
not have mattered.
athletics? Or below?
it's 2 above athletics.
Weird. Okay, let me... Your
Basilisks, they're big and awkward. You can't really get a bite on.
Right, is that counted as an attack or an action?
That's a. It is an action, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're using your attack to do the grab. So you
Because
do
I've
have
got
another
2
swing.
attacks. Yeah, I've got another chance. So I'm going to go for it again, just to see if I can't get a hold of it.
The funny thing is, basilisks are only medium creatures.
Got a
They
sneaking
are.
suspicion that one doesn't work either.
We'll find out. He could roll bad. Hey! You all see Kago bite and latch on. And the prince?
Let's see. Can the prince actually do anything? Yeah, he can probably get there. He's going to run, not run, but mosey up to there and non-lethally punch him. Hopefully. I have a sneaking suspicion that doesn't work.
Harik, it's your turn.
I'm going to start applying fist. Is 14 hit?
14 hit. Wait, no, 14 don't hit. Sorry. You're one off. 23 hits.
That's another 5 non-lethal.
Anything else?
I'm going to try and stun it. So it's 13 con save.
Question: is it with me being grabbing him? Does he get advantage?
Nope.
Unfortunately, I'm having to block my vision.
Even then,
Yeah.
grappling just stops movement.
Okay.
So it was a 15 con save?
13, unfortunately, I think.
Well, he is not stunned.
Yeah, your proficiency should be right now. Watch.
It was
I
Anna.
think the athletics animal handling thing was a mistake. I think that's the mistake I made.
One
Okay.
down, one to go.
Yes. So we will attempt to go and cast a spell.
Okay, so that would be
Does he have 20 or less HP?
he does not, unfortunately.
Dang it.
Yeah, I won't roll because it doesn't really matter. Very unfortunate though. It was close, but no.
Well, darn.
Hey, Drax.
Okay. If magic doesn't work, let's try fist. Or rather dagger. I guess I try to squeeze around here. Step over Horik. So I get to flank. And okay. Yeah, I
Well done.
non-lethally poke his butt.
He is taking a nap. And you all are out of initiative. All of your basilisks are napping soundly, as far as
Yep.
you know.
And I set to work hog tying them both, which is tricky because I've got so many legs.
And I assume covering their eyes.
Yep, covering the
Yeah.
eyes, full bag on head kind of thing. I do also
Well,
try
they're-
to.
Mouth.
Well, we need a
We do need
blindfold
the
because we
mouth.
knew their saliva.
Yeah. And they are already drooling.
I catch
Oh,
that in
well,
the
that
jar.
is-
See if it keeps its potency after a day or so of travel. It'll be a wee experiment.
Glabagool slips out and just goes, well, theoretically, could it be put in a bag of holding?
Well, I'm just
Maybe
curious
that
and all if it really needs, if it needs to be fresh or not.
Well, that's what I mean. There's no air in a bag of holding, so theoretically, wouldn't that keep it fresh?
Well, luckily we've got gags as our bag.
Okay, fair. Ooh, this place is cool.
Oh yeah, big fancy magic place. Deep connection to the elemental plane of Earth, I imagine.
Horrocks looking at the Basilisks and wondering if they're normal size.
Yes.
Good.
It's just you it's small.
What do you mean small?
Even you call yourselves halflings. You're fully aware as a race that you're not full size.
So, while that crew is watching the basilisks, does anybody go exploring the cavern?
I'll
That
keep.
sounds like dangerous and stupid thing to do.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll keep an eye on the beasties.
Lou, you're up.
Yeah, Lou first.
I can see in the dark.
You can. And it's a good thing because it is dark in here, other than the lights you have.
Tharok will help me, I'm sure.
If Alaric does volunteer, and gestures for you to go first.
Even he knows.
I got this. No one will know I'm here.
Roll for Felric too while you're at it.
You know
He
what?
thinks it's a bit silly to stealth, but if you want to, he's willing to give it a whirl.
Jim Jar will go too.
Why am I the only one going?
Well, nobody else went. Okay, Jim Jar's going as well.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, I can send Jim.
You ever
Jar.
thought to ask?
I can't see them.
You ever thought to ask for help? Remember this has come up a few times before?
No, it was a joke because I can't see them because they're so stealthy.
So you all creep forward. Jim Jar does not take the front line. He does not have that much faith in himself.
Ironic for a cleric.
He has faith in Garl. He does not have faith in himself.
Oh, poor guy.
In that matter, anyways.
Well,
he
you
does not
know,
think-
certain churches don't really vet their members all that much.
No, he just doesn't think he's a grand fighter. And I'll move you all information.
Just
Right
saying
about
that
the time you
Valkyr as a
get-
deity does give you the self-confidence to push through on your own journeys. He only offers a little guidance if you need it.
Right about the time you get there, Lou, you look to the left, and you can see what seems to be a nest with eggs.
Ooh.
And one is kind of bouncing and rocking.
Like
Really? This is one of the ones they offer. The hook horrors I can understand, but this thing can't look at you.
Oh god.
Unless they're gonna tell us like a fucking Rapidash. If it trusts you, its effect doesn't happen.
Yeah, and it's like it didn't burn you when you tried to put us. You tried to ride it. Congratulations.
I want to ride a basilisk.
You
Do
can't.
you approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll close my eye first.
Okay, you approach.
Yeah. Yeah. Lou approaches.
Felric
And right
cocks
about
his
the
gun.
time- Felric just looks
Yeah.
befuddled. What are you doing? What are you doing?
And Jim Jar's got his hand
Oh,
crossbow
no.
up.
Oh no, Jim Jar stays well
Yeah,
away.
yeah, just behind Felric. Yeah, exactly.
Can I borrow
Lou,
your
what are you
gun,
doing?
Felric, just in case?
Lou, what are you? And right as you ask that,
I hear a sound like an egg cracking. Did something happen to Lou's bones?
oh,
It's
you
like an
don't hear
ostrich
the
egg.
sound of an egg cracking. You hear Felric. Lou, what are you doing? Lou, what are you doing? You hear the, hey, Felric, can I borrow your? And then Lou, you hear that crack. You hear the crack. And you
Turn
hear
around.
some rolls. You're facing
And then,
the other
and then
direction.
a wild initiative tracker appears. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready.
You hear a small little sound. And you hear some uncoordinated flopping about behind you.
I'll turn back around.
It is. Where's. I literally was just looking at the sheet. There we go. A little tiny baby basilisk.
It's so small.
And it is looking at you. And it is crying.
Oh, it's so cute. Turns to stone. Yeah.
Look, I have this sick ass monocle.
And it kind of like does a wiggling roll trying to go over to you.
Well, I
On
have
the
to give it
list
a
of
snack.
weird D&D pets, I think this one is the weirdest.
Do you
What if-
approach the baby basilisk?
Basilisks eat meat, right? I'll give it some jerky.
It eats it.
Yeah.
It is looking at you. And it's trying to get itself worked out to get the limbs to work where they belong. It actually doesn't take nearly as long as you thought it would. But it gets the limbs kind of coordinated. And it just kind of sticks next to your leg.
Rena changed the token. P.O., that's great.
How can
That's
you not
actually-
look that thing in the eyes?
He scarfs the meat and just looks up at you like that.
You see Felric look around and Lou, what are you? And then he actually looks and you notice the basilisk turns to look at Felric, and nothing
Surprise!
happens.
Oh, never mind.
Nothing happens.
I have questions.
Well, let's
Probably
maybe
just
get him a
because
hat
of
just in
that.
case.
If anybody wants, they can roll me a nature.
I don't really have to roll it. It's kind of obvious.
Well, not Lou specifically. You can roll a nature.
I roll
It-
nature.
Lou will roll
The-
anything.
the rest of you
okay?
have no idea, other than Felric is clearly not happy about something. Luke, you have no
What else
idea
is
why
new?
Falrek is not
Again.
stoned.
Felrek is unhappy. Big shot.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not an unusual state of things.
Yeah, it's like I would not.
Like I would not think anything of this, especially because he's close to Lou. I often wonder, what does he see in him?
Now, Falrex, this is a big step in our relationship. I mean, I don't think we were ready to be parents, but
Put it down. He's
are you
probably holding
implying
it.
you want to keep it?
it hasn't killed me yet.
It's going to get bigger.
So will
Yes.
I one day.
It hasn't killed me yet. That's the best Lou line so far. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to regret saying this, but all right. What's its name?
I can't
don't
believe
know.
he agreed so quickly. Holy crap!
I think I'll name it Good Job. Good Job, the Basilisk.
Nicknames include "Get down from there" and "Stop it."
Oh dear. Why did I agree to this?
It's adorable.
I'm
Kinda
just Jim
cute.
Jar said, "You didn't have to say yes."
Guess it is kind of cute, I guess, maybe.
And Jim
As it
Jar's
just-
rolling his eyes.
As it just sits in his hands, evacuating all of its orifices at once.
Oh,
I mean, it is
No,
fresh out of the egg.
it doesn't have anything in it. In
they
the
have
egg, yeah.
cloacas. That's wrong.
It doesn't have anything, but
We'll have to wait for Baldur's Gate 4 by Larian to find out.
No.
Oh, too soon.
What do you mean too soon?
I don't. Maybe
It
not.
hasn't happened yet.
No, that's just wrong.
Exactly.
I figured he was referencing. We got a bear in this one. We're gonna get. A
Yes,
basilisk.
that's what I am referencing.
Yeah, like no. God damn it, pop culture. Latch onto something else already.
the fellow exercise. What are we naming it?
Good job.
That's not a name. That's a statement.
Yes, but it's a Basilisk. I mean, I can't name it Kevin or something.
I mean, that's the thing. Lou thought it was a name because everyone else was getting called good job, but never him.
Never, not you, never you.
For some
Good
reason, I'm
job.
reminded of a RimWorld pet name I recently came across. Raw Moor.
Well, okay, how about if you're gonna stick with good job, how about goody?
And then, yeah, good boy or girl, depending on if we want to find out.
There you go. Yeah, because goody works for either. Okay, we've established the situation. We now have. Oh God.
You know, if you
How
told
am
me
I
we were
gonna
gonna get a
explain
pet
this to
basilisk, I
Jackson?
wouldn't have believed you. So good job. I would have been like, that's just you being funny. But here we
Shall
are.
Jalaxa is going to be happy to have an anti-petrification.
I was gonna say, yeah, Jarlaxle's gonna find a way to exploit this.
Yeah.
This is gonna be hard to explain.
Well,
Okay.
there's greater demons roaming under here. This is like the least weird thing going on. Oh, we're gonna have to get a little tux for the mushroom wedding.
We're no. No. Lou.
Yes, Falrecht.
It's so small.
There we go. Hold on, I had to fix this. Oh wait, I did this the hard way. Why did I do it the hard way? I need to just copy the baby basilisk sheet.
Is it small enough to fit in your hand if you hold it?
Doesn't specify.
Putin is
I would've
far cuter than this fucking thing.
It is tiny.
Yeah.
So
Putin also won't try to turn me to stone.
I'll say that, I mean, you probably need two hands just because it's long. It could probably like put its head there and then go down to like part of your forearm.
Oh. So it could perhaps be draped over the shoulder.
Yeah. Think ferret sized, but a little wider.
Ah, yes, the noodle beaver. Or the stretch limousine mouse.
Yeah, think ferret sized.
Or
Perfect.
a hot cat hot dog dog. Yeah.
Or of a subway rat.
Subway rat, yes.
Surely it won't get big fast or at all. It'll stay this size, right?
Surely. Yes.
No,
Surely.
Lou. it
I've
won't.
only ever planned it being this size.
I mean, that was kind of Gurn, yes.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to read in the Ecology of a Displacer Beast, just how fast they grow.
Yeah. I thought I would have more time to plan for this, and then
So
oh,
did I.
shit, huge.
But then I read the article, it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's like, oh no, where am I
Full
gonna put
size
this
in a week.
thing? Yeah. Oh shit. I was like, I got a few months at least, right? Nope.
Congratulations. Good luck smuggling that through the city.
Hey,
There
what
you
happens
go,
when you feed
Lou.
a basilisk a halfling's diet?
I assume it's fine.
Good.
Why don't we ask the druid?
Would he know? Like,
Gonna say this is no animal, this is a monster, kill it.
yeah, that's gonna be my reaction. Like, why are we keeping this thing?
Yeah, I said
Bernard
every
has not
fucking day
studied
about
Flash
Lou.
Basilisk,
And actually,
so
it's
he
easier to
has no
transport
idea.
the little. It would be easier to transport the little one, so let's kill the big ones we rounded up and just take the small one. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
guys.
right, that is a thing. Right now we have both parents alive.
Yeah.
Well, do we don't want to give it back.
Really?
Felric just says, okay, just bring them along. And Felric wanders back. Guys, what does a basilisk eat?
Oh, he fucking didn't, did he? Lou!
I believe he did. Yeah. Immediately. Yeah.
It doesn't eat drow. I checked.
As I walk up to him with my owlbear and a papoose. You can't just go grabbing every fucking monster and making it your companion.
I can't afford a mail order.
Glabagol sticking his head out of the...
That is coming from you. Yeah.
No, Glabagol sticking his head out of the bag.
Yeah.
Just
You
escalates.
also notice
Question: does Hooten actually see the goodie as a rival?
No. She's completely wrapped up right now asleep.
But I am going to take Harton's side on this because Hooten's not going to turn any of us to stone.
No, she'll only maul or maim you, but it'll be in love, you know.
It's a playful name.
We have no idea how quickly that thing's eyes start to work.
Well, I'm gonna devise a very cool hat, which will avert any issues.
Talk us through it.
Well, I'm thinking a series of mirrors, because I figure if you see it through a mirror, it'd work like these here fancy glasses we got. Or I could just give him these glasses. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, just put crystals on the basilisk. Yeah.
He's the intellectual lizard.
Yeah, what if I made the basilisk a pair of goggles, you know?
So you're on board for this, Gags?
No, I'm mostly looking out for my safety. But I don't think I can stop him. So,
Lou,
you know.
let me show you what basilisks eat. Won't take a moment. Hang on, there's plenty of us scattered about. Here we go. We've got a leg here, a bit of a hand. This is probably part of an ear with a bit of a cheek attached. It's a bit hard to tell. It's been gnawed on so well. That's what it eats.
Okay, but I just gave it some like regular beef jerky, and it seemed totally fine.
Well, you see, they depetrify things to chew on them. That's the whole point with turn things back to flesh.
Harton, you have a feeling that part of the reason this is being difficult to get through to Lou's head is the baby basilisk is currently rubbing up against him and making adorable sounds.
No, I know why it's not getting through Lou's head. Because it's Lou's head.
And it's cute.
As a matter of opinion. Because don't forget, it grows up to be this as a lift up one of the parents.
Well, with the right skincare routine and maybe just some good accessorizing, it won't turn out like this.
And
You think
Felric
it-
does wince and just says, it does kind of like him.
Yes.
I can't believe you're on board
Just
with this.
looks at Felric. Don't.
Yeah,
And then back to Lou. still holding up the basilisk.
Now, from an adventurer point of view, you can't deny the utility of having a basilisk around. If it's trained,
That's a
And who is
fucking mighty if.
Who is going to train it?
I probably have to ask Jarlaxle for some help.
Alright, he's smart enough there at least.
Jarlaxle isn't. Do we have a regular communication with Jarlaxle?
Technically, aye.
Do you want to ask his opinion on this?
We should wait for a long time until it's bigger.
Oh,
Like
I could
how-
communicate with him right now if you want. I could get his word.
I thought he told you not to do that anymore.
Oh, I
But
think
how
this
are we-
counts as an emergency, to be fair.
Oh, I haven't died yet.
How are we supposed to get his assistance if we don't contact him?
Well, we can get his assistance later. Yeah, I think I can handle the initial period where it's small and won't be actually a danger. I think I can handle that part.
And
How
then
well
we.
does Lou handle cooking?
Lou cooks. He's a
How
halfling.
well?
He's a halfling.
Hmm.
It's not with the flair that Horik has, but he can put
Yeah.
together.
He's not as good as a real halfling, but he knows how to cook.
Okay, so I guess we can trust him with a stove.
No. A knife and a
I-
chopping
I-
board, maybe a pot.
Remember that time my hair caught on fire? Probably not the first time.
Well, there you go. You can't handle a stove. This is quite a bit more dangerous than a stove.
Well, I don't think stoves are this cute, so that's got to be at least worth 3 points.
Well, you're right. Stoves aren't this cute, but at the same time, stoves tend to be stuck in one area, whereas this will be wandering around.
It does have a lot of legs.
Are you going to be willing to explain to people why their loved ones are now stone statues?
Or how it hasn't bonded with any of us, so it'll just fucking turn on him?
Well, only if it sees us as prey.
Felric goes to take a test and tries to pet the baby basilisk. It doesn't object.
To be fair, you're not too dissimilar looking to bleary newborn eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It didn't kill Jim Jar.
You know, you've got the same sort of geometry and colour.
My hair's pink. Yeah.
It's close enough to white.
Actually, can Basilisk even see color?
Why would you raise that question?
I'm just curious.
Well, we need to extract the eyes and put them under a proper projector and study them to find out.
We got 4 extra ones over there.
Keep in mind exactly what you just said there. Now, you know the Wayne's not clued in enough to understand that, but you've just said, you could always rip the eyes out of the parents to check them.
Well, better than the baby.
So you're happy enough to make it an orphan.
Oh, that's not what I said we should do.
But you have to
Bernard,
realize
give me a
reality.
nature.
As Bernard or as cargo?
Roll it on Bernard's sheet because your brain is still there.
If you want to change your stat block,
It won't be an issue much longer. You have the basilisks.
Yeah, that's true.
That is enough to know. Judging by the behavior, you don't think the basilisk is going to care because it's imprinted on Lou. As far as
Like a
that,
bird,
I mean,
baby bird, it thinks Lou's its parent already.
I mean, Harton did say it's just a case of, proprietary for your own knowledge. He said, obviously the kid doesn't understand, but you do on what you're just suggesting here.
I'll take very good care of it in exchange. I don't know if walking is a necessity. Probably with all those legs. It's gonna be awkward around Waterdeep.
That is not getting in the city limits, you understand that, right?
I'll learn polymorph eventually.
That's great. And what happens for the next, 23 hours, 59? Oh, how long does it last? For an hour? 23 hours, aye.
I'm a captain of the watch. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, I see that badge vanishing quickly. Again.
Again, yeah.
This time it will be taken from me by the giver. It's yeah.
Have you forgotten their fucking name already?
It's Silverhand.
First name?
Laurel.
You
And her
got
partner, Hardy.
it. The basilisk is currently cuddling up in Lou's arms.
If you asked me what was going to happen this session, this was not on my bingo card.
I want to rig up like a kind of a hammock sash so it can just lay across my chest and sleep in a little hammock type thing.
Oh, I wonder where you got that idea from.
Yeah, I was going to
Well.
say, that seems oddly familiar.
It's the most.
Besides,
I'm so much shorter.
in this situation, you don't get to have exclusive parenting rights.
True.
No. It's a case of that thing has got to get used to all of us so it doesn't try to turn us into fucking statues to chew on.
We'll have to eat our meals all together in a circle. I think that'll help. You know, like at a table.
I guess we can use one of the wafflies and cut it into strips.
Why is he going along with this?
Because Lou is.
Ah. It just
Oh,
seems so out
boy.
of character.
Like, I can understand offering the hook horror as an opportunity, but a basilisk is a ridiculous fucking offer. It is such a problem.
I know it is. You have no idea the joy I had that Lou was the one who walked around the corner.
Ah.
I mean, the hook horse would have been cool too, but
Like, I'm pretty sure they can be trained a bit.
Well, there's options for the basilisk. Later that's gonna come up, but that's the point.
I mean, in the meantime, we have adult basilisks to hold against statues and let them slobber all over them.
Sounds sexy.
No, we got a drip on them. If we rub them against, they're gonna chew on them.
Mm-hmm.
we just knock them out and rub their gums on them.
Just hold them above and squeeze.
Yeah, or if you could just collect it.
Yeah,
You said that we had a jar,
is it
didn't
like
you?
milking snakes? You know.
Yeah.
Which is different from milking
in an
yawn tea.
emergency, you have a baby basilisk. You have a source.
Yes,
can
we
do
don't
one
need the
finger at
big
a
ones.
time.
Let's go.
Yeah, the only problem is if that thing petrifies any of us in later days, it's a case of it's still a small dispenser, it'll take a while.
We probably should keep some in the bag of holding at all times, just in case.
Alright. On we go. Well, I mean, are we going to do anything here with the boon?
Oh, well, we should report its location back to Blingdenstone.
Aye, fair enough. Auric?
Yeah, Auric wants to look around and see if there's any intact statues around that we can save.
I know he says that, but what I know he's saying is, do they have anything that fell out of their pockets and didn't get stoned? Right, if we could find any intact statues, that'd be handy.
Unfortunately, you find no intact statues. However, if any of you go closer to the basilisk nest, you do notice that there are more eggs that are intact.
Auric, I fancy an omelette to get to it.
I'll look away.
No, unfortunately, I think they're a bit old for that. They're not going to have much in the way of a good egg.
Everyone gets a
Oh.
basilisk.
Come
Oh,
on,
well,
guys.
You forget the delicacy of boiling an egg with a baby chicken in it.
No,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't.
is it?
Simon did that. To the horror of the rest of the
Yeah, I was gonna
party.
say, I feel like
That is what several of Olber's siblings became. He was drinking them as he was walking back to town.
yeah, that's
And
it.
the mother was
Simon
also
is-
ate.
Simon is a horrific creature.
He's a lizard folk. Different morals.
He's
Yeah,
a good
I
teacher,
know.
though.
Yeah.
Was he though, Lou? Was he?
Yes, he's a great teacher. He had shit students.
So, do you just clear the area? I assume you do not, in fact, call Jarlaxle.
Still holding
Martin
above
might.
his No, no.
Please don't call him Harton. Please don't.
Your son is.
It's great because Lou will act in the same way as if it is his dad getting called. Because his boss is the same thing.
Yeah, it's like Harton doesn't know, but he's still his boss, so it still works. Yeah.
No, Harden does know. He's the only one who knows.
You do know, don't you?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No one
There are
else
only
does.
There are only 2 people in this party that know.
Yep.
Yeah.
He hasn't even
The
told
other one
Uzana,
is-
mainly because he thinks she probably wouldn't care.
And then she would need a ring as well.
Oh yeah, we haven't woken him up for a while. What do you think of this? Fun room, eh?
It is a fantastic room. I would love to study it. What's up with the basilisk?
Ask him.
He's tickling its chin.
Well, it's the ring talking to me, you
Should we
see.
change the token?
Yeah.
Oh man, Glabagal will be able to chat with him. They're both
I
psychic.
don't know if that's. I don't know if the ring could talk to him, but I think theoretically, if you're talking, he could talk to him through you.
Oh god, it's a fucking conduit thing.
Psychic telephone.
I mean, think about it this way, Glabagal could also communicate with Hooten.
Oh yeah,
I see no
if
reason
it's
why
smart
that wouldn't
enough, I
work.
think.
Oh no, she's
Does
dumb
he
as
have
rocks,
dog
but
sage?
he'd be able to pick up on, well, he'd be able to pick up on stuff like, you know, feelings, hunger, that sort of thing.
That's true.
Fuck's sake, Lou, you can't have this pet as I walk away with my menagerie. Sentient sword,
Yeah,
ring,
And I want
owlbear.
Hart to say that so bad because he'd be the last. Yeah.
To be fair, though, it's a perfectly good point when it's a basilisk.
Yeah, that's
Of
the
all- it
only
could've been
reason I
probably-
wouldn't.
yeah.
It's the only reason Gaddix wouldn't call him on it because it's a fucking basilisk.
I have a
any
divine
other
sword
thing,
that just wants to smite evil. I have a ring of a wizard who's just kind of curious to hang around in persistent mental state, which is kind of fucked. I have a conscientious cube, gelatinous cube that made sure it did not want to eat anybody, and an owlbear who was potty trained.
She's a good owl.
Hold on, guys. I will be back in like 5 seconds.
Alright.
So please do sort out what exactly you all are planning on doing.
Well, Horrocks was going to check if there's anything valuable.
Just
That
this
one I can
basilisk,
answer
he
before
holds
I
it up,
wander
making eye
away.
contact with you.
You find nothing of value in the cavern itself. Everything's been stonified.
Tag.
But we could unstone it.
This is true.
You can unstone it, but nothing that you see is useful in parts. Most everything is in parts.
Fucking spice weasels, man.
Weasel?
I was thinking we were talking about milking the baby basilisk, and Pio posted a spice.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Bam!
Oh, that's a cute basilisk with glasses there.
Yeah, like I said, we could fashion him reverse goggles. That's how I would deal with it. Yeah.
But how do you keep him from taking them off?
We
gonna
make
have
it
to be
so
a-
he's unable to break his
It's
leg.
gonna be like a complicated harness with all those legs to go for walks.
I mean, yeah. That's one thing I thought about with Lorna. I was like, how hard is it to get this harness on with the 6 legs? You know.
The main problem is not the 6 legs, but that it is a cat.
Yeah, exactly. I frequently have to harness one of our cats because he likes to go places, and yeah, it's not easy. Oh, what is that from?
That's from the monasteries.
Okay. Yeah. It's like that.
Rogue.
They're always the kind of like little frogs with
Wah. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was an emote. I was like, of course you have one on one of the servers you're a part of. Laughing. So, I can't believe Felric is going along with this. That blows my mind.
Well, the point that Lou didn't die immediately was, I think, quite convincing.
Was actually a shock. Yeah.
I'm alive again. What are we doing?
Discussing why Felric is letting Lou get away with this.
And Felric is what?
Letting Lou get away with this.
posting basilisks from a particular series
Yeah,
because they're
mods are
adorable.
asleep post basilisks.
Well, there's no swag, so we're on the move. With the 2 adult basilisks hog-tied and bagged.
And the baby
And
one is croaking and making adorable sounds.
And soon we will be able to discover the secret of the second gym jar.
So, predictably, after some time, the basilisks wake up, and they're not happy to
Bonk.
be hogtied.
Aye. It's alright, I've got a cure for this, don't you worry, right there. There we go.
Bonk.
Night, 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 night.
Oh, this reminds me of beating up Saloon. Remember that trip? That was fun.
No pain, only sleep now.
Do you remember that time Gunfer told us at the last fucking minute that he was a werewolf?
Oops. He got what he deserved.
Multiple times through the night, Malico having to punch the fucking werewolf form of him just back to unconsciousness.
Are you planning on taking the basilisks all the way to Blingdenstone?
We're gonna try, aye.
Alright. It slows you down a bit. It's going to be more like 2.5 days with your new cargo.
Hmm.
They're heavy and awkward.
Well, we do only need one, I suppose.
I mean, would 2 actually be any better if they're going to actually house these things long term?
I mean, if in case one dies, they still have a backup.
Ginger points out.
How much drool do we actually need?
No
Because
idea.
We've got what, 3 or 4 statues to take care of?
Aye, that's the issue. I've no clue how much we need. Does a jar of this here just, you know, do the immediate area, or does it spread?
Yeah, Ginger points out that once y'all are done, there's going to be no long-term housing unless there's really issues with, production levels.
I think that means we only need one.
So do we want to load up on a couple of jars just in case?
We've probably been doing that, to be fair.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's
you're-
time for a coin toss, though.
Which one looks uglier?
Heads, it's this one and lose. Tails, it's this one and lose.
Oh, hey, how about heads I win, tails you lose? How about that?
Nah, I much prefer heads I win, tails you lose.
Well, see, that's compelling, but I think my way, as I said it first, is better.
We off one of them.
Alright. So you do get back to Blingdenstone. You cause a kerfluffle at the gate,
I can't imagine why.
and they go, "Why do you have a basilisk?"
Do you not
Well,
remember?
Lou, tell them.
Well, it's a different set of guards.
Yeah.
We
I
were
had
sent to
a
go
backstory.
get rid of basilisks, and we have 4 of our friends who are currently stuck as statues after dealing with the Medusa issue. So we decided to do 2 and 2, took care of the basilisks, smashed the rest of the eggs, and are bringing these 2 back to depetrify our friends and then give them the old neck twist.
Which is great because I think Pio forgot we offed one of them, so the 2 she means is Lou's pet and the adult one.
Yes. Yes.
Stop trying to kill. Good job.
Oh, all right, that makes sense. Do come in then.
Does it? Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
does
we
it?
said
Are
makes
we-
sense. What he's doing, no.
Well, I don't think anybody explained the whole goody thing.
It's imprinted on him. So on the bright side, it won't be staying in this territory, so that's a benefit.
We'll come back to visit one day.
Oh,
Just for
also we find let's see here, what's the name? Intermox Boon. So that'll be a fun one. Get me a cartographer.
Wait, it's real?
It's real. Quite nice too.
It's also empty
Uh,
now, so you could use it.
Lack of seating though.
Really?
Aye. Massive glowing sigil to the planar realm of Earth.
That's getting reported to the digger, Maddox.
I figured as much.
But I guess go handle that.
Aye, we've got a party
where
to
you-
salvage here.
Yeah, where are you going to be staying?
I give him the name of the place. I've forgotten it by this point.
Yes, the tavern. So, all right. I'm sure. Okay. Yeah. We'll send. They'll send for you. I guess.
I imagine so.
All right. And you all head on down to your tavern with your basilisk in tow. The basilisk token is not there because choosing
It's
crackers, I
not
think-
necessary.
Yeah.
But most importantly, we've got an extra gym jar.
That'll take some explaining.
Let me copy that. I forgot.
It depends. If the statue's here, could all have just been a great little prank.
Tappy greets you all until she sees Jim Jar and goes, "What?"
No, don't worry, that's a fair question.
Yep, just a bit of
You didn't hear a crumble or anything earlier? A couple of days ago?
No. Why?
Because we're curious what the actual other what the statue of Jim Jar is going to be like after finding this one, who is the real one.
it's going to be an interesting session. Be sure. The meeting of the 2 Jim Jars.
Well, let's go, I suppose.
Mhm.
Aye. So we go check on the room
And-
full of statues.
Yeah. Bjorn does hear you and does come out. Eldeth is in their room in statue form.
Suspicious. Why isn't she in general storage with the rest of them?
I would assume that he would put her in their room.
All right, so I'm guessing Bernard, Eldeth, Jim Jar, then Mr. Rumblefoot will be the order.
And the random gnome.
Yep.
Wasn't he the Rumblefoot?
Nope. We
No,
found
that's the half-line.
we found an extra gnome. He was the one with the crystal.
Oh, okay, then yes.
And somebody recognized him when we came back into town, right?
Aye, so
Yes.
we'll be able to ask him his name and whatnot. So yeah, we get to squeezings.
All right. So just to clarify, Bernard first.
Yep.
Well, yes.
Yes.
To
I think
end
that's
his metal-clad
most
hell.
Yeah.
Bernard, it's a very weird experience. You'll figure out about how much it takes. It takes about half a jar to coat the outside of the statue. Bernard, it's a weird feeling. You start to see yourself become more self-like, and then almost all of a sudden it's like something just sucked at you and floop, you're back where you belong.
Yeah.
Here, have a drink. Have a drink, quick.
Yeah, go get yourself a drink.
No, wait, I haven't fucking done his feet yet.
Oh no, he's all good. By the time he's in there, he's all good. Bernard, you are back to normal.
Well, I stumble over to the bar and quickly motion for beer.
She is filling you up immediately.
I keep an eye on Cargo. Watching it slowly
Goes back
ratchet
to
itself back
normal.
onto all fours. Gags, we're gonna have a long fucking talk about this.
What? It's a failsafe. I feel like you should be congratulating me.
I mean, I guess we could call it a success.
The system works. Yeah, exactly.
It's a soul trap.
Kind of like, could we do that to Saloon?
You call it a trap. Like, what makes you think it's a trap?
I don't think we.
Bernard couldn't get out, nor had the choice to go in.
But I saved him.
Pretty sure this would have happened anyway once we unpetrified him, as you'll see with the others.
Well, it was.
Is the Jim Jar statue even there?
It is.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
So we looked at the real Jim Jar. There we go.
But,
That's who we were traveling with.
Yeah, but Eldeth first.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, Jim Jar, you owe me 10 gold.
Why?
He'll explain. Actually, you don't. I was kidding. But
Oh,
you might
okay.
have in another world.
Oh, this is awkward looking at myself.
I don't know, you've got a dignified sort of presence to you. Unsettling, I
Feels
think,
no
is the
money for
main
using your
word.
likeness.
This is uncanny.
Okay.
It's absolutely unique.
You all quickly work on freeing Eldeth, and before long she just starts and goes, "How did I get here?"
Medusa.
I remember the
We were lugging you for a while.
Long?
Just 2 days or so.
Oh, I don't like the feeling of that.
Aye, well, we set off immediately in all, but it's a day trip and then a day back.
Oh, that would be 4 days actually, but yeah.
Yeah, 4 days in.
Oh, I'm not saying that I object. It's just that I don't like the sound of that.
Aye, well, Bernard's at the bar already getting a tab in, so you might want to join him.
You know what? That sounds like a wonderful way for dwarves to do this.
And take Bjorn with you, he looks lost.
Oh yeah, they go off to the bar to drink, as dwarves should do.
Once they get into their rounds, we'll tell them about the Jim Jar thing.
Let me just get a book and a quill and some ink, because this is going to be... Oof. This is going to be very interesting.
This could be fascinating now.
If you publish this report, do you get paid somehow?
Oh yeah,
Depends on
commissions.
how many people buy it.
I mean, we've got an in with a black staff.
Oh, true.
We even know Volo. He wanted money from us, remember?
Aye, but
Sorry.
we ought to publish an accurate information, though. I'm not too sure he'd be interested.
Doesn't he also have to experience most of his stuff?
Oh, aye, he prefers firsthand. But he does like to corroborate with experts here.
Well, we'll see.
Still doesn't know what the fucking difference is between a brass and a silver dragon, though. Alright. Prep yourself, Jim Jar. Here we go. Let's squeeze this one down.
You do, and you think it's working until the statue itself just kind of crumples into a pile of dust.
I fucking called it.
Ah,
And you actually all hear a nagging voice in the back of your head that says, "Good work. I'll see you again next time."
Wait, a nagging voice that said good work? What sort of nagging do you get?
Oh, good work. Fucking
Good
great
work,
job, guys.
Good work, you finally did it! I was fucking waiting!
Nagging's not the correct word. But I meant more like it's the awkward kind of voice where it's more like it's awkward because it's scratching at the back of your head.
Yeah.
So like an amused voice, though, just awkward.
Yes. No. The voice is
The voice is
not mean.
amused, but the situation is awkward.
Yeah, it's like an irritant hearing it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm a little disappointed, but still.
Well, I mean, it's divine influence. Possibly.
Should have waited to pay out the debt there, Gaddix.
Aye, Valkyr did him well.
That son of a bitch still owes me.
Oh wait, are the gold that I got from him still actually in my pack?
Yeah.
Good.
It's all there.
He's called Garl Glitter Gold. He's got bling. Dude's made of treasure. And then, because I know the halflings would complain otherwise, we unpetrify the random deep gnome first.
Thank you, thank you. Although that was an awful lot of spit we used. Is there enough left for
Yes,
today?
there is.
Actually, he's smaller? Does he need less than the other people?
Yes. So who is? Oh yeah, I forgot to delete the token. Who are you reviving next?
The deep gnome.
The random deep gnome. Okay.
Yep. Because I know the halflings would complain if we revive Fargus before anyone, in front of anyone else.
The deep gnome comes to and looks utterly startled to see the motley lot of you.
Take it easy, you're in Blingdenstone right now. We got you back from the outer walls there.
Oh, that is a relief. The last thing I saw the Medusa and I tried to raise my crystal and I didn't get it in front of my eyes in time.
It was a shame though, the crystal trick did work, we made use of it ourselves.
Yeah, so thanks for that. I mean, your last moments before this were quite helpful.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's good that it was useful for you.
Aye. Well, Alex, it got us to kill her.
Oh, yes, I mean, otherwise I'd probably still be standing out there.
Aye. So, you can head to the bar, there, wet your whistle, and then I'm assuming you've got places to be and people to say hello to.
I don't even know how long I've been out there.
Well, it couldn't have been
Somebody
that long. I mean,
recognized
one of the druid guys recognised you.
Oh, it was one of the guards.
No, one of the guards recognised you.
Oh, I mean, that's not years then, okay. I need to get back home. My wife might murder me.
I mean, I don't know if you guys keep track of it, but I provide the rough date. Because I think we've lost a few days here and there.
Oh, it's been 10 days. Oh, dear. I need to go. She is going to be furious. If anybody needs me, Vort, goodbye.
Yep.
And he runs out.
Take care, Vort.
I am.
Just Vort.
Okay. It's good to get clarification on that. Being a gnome, I was not sure. Could easily be Vort, just like Jim Jar.
He is out.
And then lastly and leastly,
Named after his parents. His mother, Jarly, and his dad, Jimmy.
And yes, once the Rumblefoot has been freed, he looks utterly baffled. Oh, you found a way to fix it then.
Yes.
Thank goodness. I was a bit scared there.
Aye, horrible situation for anyone.
yeah, was it anything like being captured by the spider, or were you still conscious with the spider?
Oh, I was conscious with the spider. I knew everything that was going on. At least this one, I didn't know what was going on.
And here we are to save you again. Boy, you're lucky.
Yes, I am.
Lou?
Boy, I mean, really, we are a great party to travel with.
Is that a baby basilisk?
Yes.
Why?
It's safe.
Don't ask questions.
He looks at you, Hurton. Why does he have a baby basilisk?
Because there's a nest. And timing is a hell of a thing. And he will not give up on the fucking thing.
Why?
That's just how he is.
It's cute.
Oh my
I
god.
have no idea why someone would attach themselves to a monster, meanwhile feeding snacks to Houghton.
Yeah.
Dropping a few in the bag for Glabagool.
Yeah,
What
just be
about
glad
when
you don't
it-
own a business with me, there, Rumblefoot. They're stuck with me, at least until my name's off the lease.
What's going to happen when it can petrify people with a look?
It's a fascinating
I hope it
question, isn't it?
doesn't.
Funnily enough, it was the first fucking one that came up to us.
Got to be at least like a while before that happens.
Are you certain of that?
I should probably look for some books. I'm gonna
You know what?
consult some
Why not for
trainers.
fun? Here you go. Some Avolo's Guide to Monsters.
Oh, surely this will be accurate. Let's see what he says. What? B is for Basilisk?
Considering what you know of him now on Baldur's Gate 3. But Elminster does edit his work.
Why are we letting him keep it?
Because it's a bit rough to just pull the thing off him and stab it.
That's fair.
There is a degree of trust and consent among the party. Even when the idea is
Forget about
really...
it by next week, and we can get rid of it quietly.
He's got to sleep sometime, even if it's only for 4 hours.
The baby basilisk is crying for food.
I have been feeding. I'm gonna feed it all, half of all my rations, and then I'm gonna have to take some extra rations.
Well, you can try it on what you find.
Actually, I'll head to the bar and get some food. Yeah, that'll be good. Soup for the basilisk. Soup.
Oh,
With any
dear.
luck, it'll drown.
Oh,
All right. Is there anything that anybody else can think of doing for the moment?
I think we're done for now.
Yes, that's what I was
We
thinking.
have 20 minutes
Unless
left and
somebody-
we don't want to do too much without Scotch.
Yeah, I didn't want to start the next stuff.
Yep.
I will cover. Yeah. Gadex already had his reward. However, Botch, remind me next time you're in combat. There is something that I might have to mention that you have acquired from your experience.
The instinct to bite things.
Yeah, I just had a quick look. You've got something like 4 months before it's full size.
Yeah. No, it's a little bit longer than that actually. They have a full no, they have a full aging chart in the module.
Ah.
still not very
No.
long.
It is oh no, it's going to be more than 4 months. It is, where is it?
How long until it's lethal?
3 months.
Fuck.
It gains petrifying gaze at 3 months. However, it is still a young and small basilisk for a year. It's not an adult until it's a year old.
You get 2 months and I'm
Okay.
snapping its neck.
Well, the one that I found said, where is it? Between 4 to 6 months to be full, almost full adult size.
Nope. According to this, the basilisk maturation chart is. Here we go.
Well, I could
What
always
I'll
hunt
just
down the old
share.
ecology article. That might be interesting.
Into tabletop we go.
Like the owlbear one was cool because it actually listed not just a snowy one, so those are old style, but also ones that still had a limited flight.
It has the full stat blocks for the infant, young, and then the age ranges.
But yes,
That
now
is
to
the same
pre-
reason I have the information for the hook horrors as well.
now to press the button. We'll be back next week. Ish.